Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hi, my name's Bree, stay for a while. I've got a book haul for you guys. I think this is the first book haul I'm doing in 2025. I said that I wasn't going to be doing big book hauls, but recently for some reason I've just been buying a lot of books. This isn't like one big book haul, this is just like a collection of books that I've gathered for the last like 2 months, I'd say. I didn't think I was buying that many books, but when I looked at everything that I've bought recently, I thought I've got enough to film a whole haul video, so that's what I'm gonna do. But I've got like 20 plus books here. They're all just scattered around me here. They were all neatly piled up, but they all fell over, so yeah. So I thought I'd just sit down with you guys and show you all my new books. It's very romance heavy, which isn't like me. I feel like now that the summer's come in, I'm in my like contemporary romance kick, my summer romance kick, and I'm very excited for a lot of these books, so grab yourself a drink because it's going to be a long one. But before we fully get into this video, I do just want to say that I've got a brand new camera, so if there's anything wrong or anything different, bear with me because I'm trying to get like the lighting and the focus and everything right on the camera, so bear with me please. It's the first time I'm actually filming with this camera, so please bear with. But with all that said and done, let's just get into the video because you all just want to see all these books, don't you? So I'm just gonna get these 3 books out the way and show you. I don't know whether I've showed these like in a video, but I think I might have, I'm not too sure. But you would have seen that I fell in love with the From Blood and Ash book. The series as a whole I haven't completed, but I fell in love with the From Blood and Ash book, so I needed the other books to continue the series. So we've got book number 2, which is A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and then we've got The Crown of Gilded Bones, and then which is book number 3. And then if you didn't know, the like From Blood and Ash and the Of Flesh and Fire series, they like intertwine with each other, and there's like a certain reading order that you can read them in. So I also picked up book number 1 of the Flesh and Fire series, which is A Shadow in the Ember, because I think you have to read book 1, 2 and 3 of Flesh and Fire and then go in with this. So I'm kind of buying the books in the order that I'm going to be reading them, not as like the series, if that makes sense. But I've got these anyway because I'm going to be continuing this series with book number 2 in the Kingdom of Flesh and Fire in April. I'm going to be reading this series throughout like different reading vlogs. I'm not going to have like a certain dedicated reading vlog for these books, but yeah, very happy with those. But I will say these are 2 different sizes, like look at the height difference, so I'm gonna have to like give this away or sell it because I missed the return date to Amazon, because I didn't actually know on Amazon when you click on like the paperback section of the book, there's a bit underneath that says see all formats, and you can actually select the different formats of the books, so I didn't actually know that you could do that. So I'm gonna have to rebuy this in the size that actually matches the rest of the books because it's really triggering looking at your bookshelf and it's like 10 foot taller than the other books. But sticking with the selecting different formats on books, I picked up Play Along by Liz Tomford. Now I first bought what's the first book called? Mile High and The Right Move. I first bought those 2 before they were traditionally published. They hadn't been picked up to be traditionally published, so I picked those 2 up, and they were obviously the indie versions from Amazon. So when Caught Up came out, I ordered the indie version. Well, I pre-ordered, but the indie version showed up. So I think I'd already pre-ordered it as the indie version before the traditionally published one was released, if that makes sense. So I've been scouring the internet to try and find an indie version of this, and I didn't think that Liz Tomford had like published them as indies. I thought she just stopped. But when I seen the like see all formats, when someone told me that, you know, you can change the different formats, I went onto Amazon and I bought the indie version. Like, it's like amazing. The thought of having the rest of the series being indie and then the rest not, like the Becca Max series, I've got the first 3 books in the indie published ones, the Playing for Keeps series. I got the first 3 in indie versions, but she's not publishing the indie versions anymore to match like the rest of the series. But Miss Liz Tomford is, and the Rewind Back is going to be coming out in the indie version. I've scoured her Instagram and she has said that there are going to be indie versions published. So when Rewind Back comes out, I'm going to be getting the indie version to match the rest of the books. And then next up we've got Wild Side by Elsie Silver. This is her most recent book. This is part of the Rose Hill series. Now I'm not the biggest fan of the Rose Hill series. I am really enjoying it, but I'm not as in love with it as I was with Chestnut Spring series, but I am still like following along with the books, I guess. So oh yeah, I am excited to get to this, but I have seen some mixed reviews on this book. Apparently people are saying that they didn't love the couple as much, they didn't feel as connected to the couple, and that they just feel like they didn't get enough of the couple being together. So I don't know what to expect from this, but it's an Elsie Silver book. I'm going to read it. And then we've got 3 Kennedy Ryan books here. I've been meaning to get into Kennedy Ryan books for the longest time, and like every romance video, every like YouTuber I watch and they like read a Kennedy Ryan book, like they always have such amazing things to say about them, and apparently they have like a really emotional element to them, and if you know me, I love that in my books. Like I just love having my heart pulled at, like I love having my heart destroyed in books. Anything that will just make me feel every single emotion is an easy 5-star for me. So I picked up The Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan, obviously. This is a basketball romance, like sports romance, I think, and I think it's the first in an interconnected series. Correct me if I'm wrong though, but I have just picked up this first one. But I'm very excited for this. You know that I love sports romances, like any kind of sports romance, sign me up. I mean, technically I do prefer basketball or hockey, but any kind of sports romance will do it for me. But yeah, picked up The Long Shot, which is actually on my TBR for April, so if you haven't watched my April TBR, then make sure you go watch that. But I then picked up these two, which is Before I Let Go and This Could Be Us. Are these like part of a series? I literally picked these up on Vinted for £1.50 for the 2 books, which is an absolute bargain, and it was basically free because I had balance in my Vinted, so they were basically free. Girl math. I can't remember who, I watched a reading vlog recently and someone like they'd read one of these and they were literally like bawling their eyes out, and I was like, I need that, so I literally went onto Vinted and I picked these 2 up. But I think are they part of a series? Do I have to read one before the other? Please let me know. Which one was released first? Should we find out? Oh yeah, it says at the front of this one, where it says like other books by Kennedy Ryan, the Skyland series, Before I Let Go is the first one. Yeah, and then this one is called the Hoop series, which you have Long Shot, Block Shot and Hook Shot. Okay, she's got so many other series. She's got the Bennett series, All the Kingsmen series, the Hoop series, the Soul series, the Grip series and Forbidden Hollywood. Ooh, okay. Kind of intrigued. She's got a bit of a back catalogue for me to go through, so if I enjoy these, I'll definitely be making my way through her back catalogue. We've got Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Then my most recent monthly TBR takedown video, I read The Naturals. Really enjoyed it. It was a good book. I think I rated like a 3.75. It was good, like start of a series. So I picked up book number 2, which is Killer Instinct. I'm very intrigued to see how this series goes, because I was expecting, I speak about it more in the video, but I was expecting something different going into The Naturals, and that wasn't really what the book was, and I guess that's like my part. I was going in misinformed, I guess. So I'm kind of intrigued to see where the series goes, but I am looking forward. I literally anything to do with murders, that sounds really bad, like true crime documentaries and things like that, I really enjoy. So having something different to like my normal fantasy romance genre is a great palate cleanser for me. And then recently I've been on a Sarah Adams, where's the other book gone? There it is. I've been on a Sarah Adams kick. So I read When in Rome. Guys, I've been trying to buy the When in Rome book off Vinted because there's so many, like I buy most of my books on Vinted if I can, and I bought 3 from 3 different sellers, and each and every time they don't send it, and I've just given up. So I'm going to order it on Amazon, because every single time they just don't send it and then I just get refunded for it, and I'm just like, please just send me the book. Like, it's not hard, just send me the book, please. So I'm just gonna order on Amazon because I've given up with Vinted right now, because just for the When in Rome book. Like all the other books I order on Vinted I've never had any issues for, but for some reason God just does not want me to have the When in Rome book. I don't know why. But anyway, I've read the When in Rome book, I was obsessed with it, so I wanted to read the rest of the series. So I picked up Practice Makes Perfect. I have already read this and I really enjoyed it. It was alright. I didn't enjoy it as much as the first one, but I thought I was going to love this one because it was meant to give like bodyguard, small town romance kind of vibes, and I feel like we just didn't get much like from the main character, and for that I didn't really enjoy it as much. But anyway, I'm still continuing the series, and the next one in the series is Beg, Borrow or Steal. This is follows, I don't even know who this follows. Emily. Oh, okay, so if you didn't know, the series follows 3 sisters and a brother, so I think obviously there's going to be 4 books, and it's set in Rome, Kentucky, which is a really small town. It's very cute small town vibes, which are perfect, especially in the summertime. But I think I'm quite excited for this, but I don't think we've met him. Jack Bennett. Ooh, legendary nemesis. Ooh, is this going to be like a loathed to lovers kind of situation? Ooh, okay, I'm excited for this. I haven't seen many people speak about this book, which I feel like I've seen a lot of people on Instagram like show pictures of it, but I haven't actually seen many like reviews of it, so I'm intrigued to form my own opinion. But continuing on with Sarah Adams, we got the rule book. Now again, this was in the works, and there's a bunch of Sarah Adams books in the works. If you didn't know, get to know. The works has been like pulling through recently with the contemporary romance, but this is an NFL romance. Is it NFL? Yeah, NFL player. Yeah, NFL romance, I thought so. And I remember, did this come out last summer? I think this was last summer it came out. Yeah, 2024 this came out, and I remember it was all over like last summer it came out, or last summer I seen everyone read it anyway, and everyone was raving about it, and I was on like heavy fantasy kick last year, so I didn't really like pick up a lot of contemporary romances, but now I'm on my contemporary romance kick for this summer, and I'm really enjoying just reading cutesy little romances. So, and I feel like Sarah Adams is the perfect author for that. And now, if you've watched, not so much on my YouTube, but probably on my TikTok, I've done like unhauls, and I've probably mentioned on my YouTube as well, where I wasn't really a big fan of Emily Henry because I tried to read Beach Read. Well, I did read it, and I wasn't a big fan of it when I read it. I read it when I first got back into reading, and I rated like a 3-star. I wasn't as obsessed with it as other people are. So for that, I like swore off Emily Henry books until I read Happy Place, and I absolutely loved that book. I think I rated like a 4.5 or a 4.75. I can't remember, it was last year sometime, but I absolutely loved that book. So I've kind of been wanting to get into Emily Henry books again. So I did pick up 2 books by her, which is Funny Story and Book Lovers. I know she's got is it Great Big Disaster? Something like that? I don't know what it's called, but she's got that coming out, or it is out. I don't know. I've seen loads of people read it, and they've literally been obsessed with it. So I do want to get back into Emily Henry, but I've seen this is her most recent published, other than the one that I just mentioned, and I didn't pick it up when it first came out because it was in hardback, and it's finally out in paperback, so I picked it up when I seen it in, I think it was in Tesco, and I seen it in Tesco, so I picked this up. And then we got Book Lovers, which I used to own but I sold it. So I went back onto Vinted and I bought this for £1.20. So I was like, look, for £1.20 it's not too bad. And again, I had money in my Vinted balance, so technically it was free. So I'm going to be giving Emily Henry another go, and I think I might do a video where I read Emily Henry books, just dedicated, because she is a very loved author, and I remember when I used to tell people that I wasn't a big Emily Henry fan, they would be very offended. So yeah, I think I might do a whole video where I just read Emily Henry books. How do you feel about that? Let me know in the comments. Moving on to an author that I do love, that is Abby Jimenez. This is Life's Too Short. I picked this up in TK Maxx for £3.99 and I'm very excited to read this. I'm trying to get through Abby Jimenez's back catalogue. She's got quite a few books. I think after this I need to read, is it The Happy Ever After Playlist and The Friend Zone. I don't own those, but I am slowly making my way through a back catalogue. So this is quite intriguing. It follows a girl called Vanessa, and she's like a traveller YouTuber, but then like all of a sudden she has to have custody of her half-sister's daughter or something like that, so her whole life is turned upside down. And yeah, I'm very intrigued by this, with how like the YouTube travel aspect of it, because I really want to travel the world. Like my dream in life is to just travel the world. Don't ask me what I'm going to do with all my books when I'm traveling the world, but my goal in life is to travel. And obviously with YouTube as well, that's like a passion of mine as well, and I'd love to someday like intertwine the both. But also like I love reading as well, but that's like not the point. But the point is that I love YouTube and I love traveling. So to see those elements in this book, I think I could really like connect with the female main character. Maybe. I think I seen Madison Kate's video and she was literally sobbing at the end of this, so I'm intrigued, because Abby Jimenez does have a way of pulling out your emotions, like pulling your emotions out of you, so I am intrigued. Next we got The Wrong Nowest to Write. This is the second book in the Queen's Cove series by Stephanie Archer. The first one is That Kind of Guy, and I read that, I was like, alright. I think I rated like a 3-star or like a 2.75. I wasn't like the biggest fan of it, but I was more intrigued by like the other characters in book number 1, and that's the only reason why I picked this book up, is because I'm intrigued to see if I will enjoy the series because of the other characters, because I just don't think I enjoyed those characters in book number 1. But I love Stephanie Archer books, like the Behind the Net and the Fake Out series. I can't remember what the series is called, but that series I absolutely love. So I'm going to give this series another chance, and I'm going to read book number 2, and I've been very good. I haven't picked up, like, as you've noticed recently, I haven't been picking up the whole series because I've learned from my mistakes. Like, I've been buying the whole series of things recently and then not liking the series and DNFing the series, and then I just have the whole series sitting on my shelf, never going to be read because I don't like it. So I'm trying to buy the books as I go along, which to me screams growth. Moving along to another author that I thought I'd sworn off is Ali Hazelwood. I've read 2 books by her, wasn't the biggest fan of them. I think it's the whole STEM thing that I wasn't a big fan of, maybe, I'm not too sure. But we got Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. The only reason why I want to give this a go is because it's a sports romance. Apparently they're like college swimmers or like swim captains, something to do with the Olympics. I'm not too sure, but someone said that it was a sports romance and one of them was a swimmer, so I was like, maybe I'll give it another go. And I also had this off Vinted as well for really cheap, and this is like just come out. I think this is her most recent release. I think like Ali Hazelwood pumps out books like no tomorrow. I do not know how she pumps out books so fast. Have at least 3 books from her in a year, it feels like. But then we have like my favourite authors like Sarah J Maas, who only pumps out 1 book every 3 years. But anyway, rant over. So I'm intrigued to see what this is about, but I have seen mixed reviews of it, and then I'm just like, it's like not making me want to pick it up then, because she's obviously not an author that I've enjoyed in the past. But I'm gonna give it another go. Maybe it's just the women in STEM that I wasn't a big fan of, and this I might be a bit more intrigued by because it's a sports romance. We'll see. Next we have got Close Protection by Eden Victoria. Now if you didn't know, Eden Victoria is a BookTok sensation. She's one of the first people that I followed on BookTok. She's a British BookToker, now author, and I'm very excited for this, like literally so excited. It's called Close Protection, I don't think I said. It's a bodyguard romance, and I'm very excited for this. Like, I'm intrigued to see what she's done with this, and I'm just very excited. I don't know whether it's YA, I'm not too sure, but it follows Daphne, and she's like a very rich ass person, and there's a break-in in the house, and then we have the father who employs a bodyguard, and you can see where the story's gonna go. So I'm very excited for this, like very excited. Ugh. I haven't seen people speak about it yet because it hasn't long come out, and I've been trying to like stay away from any reviews on TikTok and things because I want to form my own opinion of this book, because I have been looking forward to it. There's also the sprayed like edition in the works, which is really cute. I think it's cute anyway, and I think the cover is absolutely stunning. Like, it's so cute. Moving along, we've got 4 more romances, and then we've got 3 fantasy left. I feel like we've flown through these guys. Now, this next book I made a mistake when I bought it. I didn't know it was part of a series, and this is the 3rd book in a series. Now, I think you can read it on its own, but I don't want to do that. I want to make sure I read book number 1, then 2, and then 3, but it's Pucking Wrong Date by C.R. Jane. It's a hockey romance, and the first book is The Pucking Wrong Number, and then the second one is The Pucking Wrong Guy, and then we've got The Pucking Wrong Date. So I am gonna have to buy book number 1 and book number 2, which I'm not mad about. Gives me more of a reason to go book shopping, but I'm kind of mad because I did really want to read this, but I'm not complaining that I have to buy 2 new books, so kind of a win-win. Not too sure what it's about. Ooh, pop sensation Olivia. Ooh, okay, so it's not college. Every time I think of hockey romance, I just automatically think of like college romances, but it's professional. He's an NHL player and she's a pop star. Okay, so we're in like the famous kind of world, which I'm kind of excited for, but I am going to read book number 1 and book number 2 first to get like a bigger backstory, because I'm guessing that they're interconnected, and I feel like with things like that sometimes you get like a really fun found family aspect to it. Like when you read the off-campus series, I was going about the off-campus series, but I just love the off-campus series and the friendship group that they have. So I want to see if I read book number 1 and 2 then 3, then I feel like I'd get a better connection on like the friendships and things like that. So yeah, I'm very excited. Oh, anything hockey romance. I just love a hockey romance, guys. Like, give me every single hockey romance recommendation in the comments right now. And then we got Designs on You by JC Burton. I was in the works the other day and I seen this and it sounded really interesting. I've never read anything by this author before, but I feel like it's going to give the best summer vibes for some reason, because it's meant to give, she's like an interior designer, she's a single mum, and her sister hires her to design their brand new home, and then we have her sister's boyfriend's brother is the love interest, which sounds very fun. So I'm excited to give this a go, because this book just screams summer to me. I don't know why, like the sunset in the background, the palm trees, the flowers, it just screams summer. But then I'm also very intrigued by like the interior design aspect of it, because I love, like when I was younger I used to love watching, I think it's just a British TV thing, I don't know, but like 60-minute makeover, I used to love those. Was it called 60-minute makeover? I don't know, but anything like interior design things on TV I used to love watching when I was younger. So I'm intrigued to see if we get to see much of like the interior design aspects in the book. Next we've got The Slowest Burn by Sarah Chamberlain. Again, summer. It screams summer and I'm obsessed with it. I actually have no idea what this is about. You can see my thought process for a lot of these were judge the book by its cover, add to cart, because that's basically what I did. Like a few of these books I bought on Waterstone Double Points Day for World Book that they did, and this was one of them. I seen it and I was like, do you know what, I'm just gonna get it. Oh, she's like a ghostwriter for celebrity cookbooks and he's a reality. Oh wait, what's going on? I have no idea. I don't know. I'm just gonna read it and find out. And then lastly, of our contemporary romance, we've got One on One by Jamie Harrow. This is a sports romance-ish, because I've read the back of this and it doesn't seem like it's too focused on the sports side of things, but the cover is kind of misleading. Like there's a basketball right there, so it's kind of misleading. But I think the only sports aspect of it is she's a videographer for the basketball team in college, and I have no idea what he is. Does he play for the team? No, he can't. I have no idea. Is it giving sports romance? Again, guys, I need to do more research when I buy books. This is why I do such big unhauls, and I do like big DNFs, because I just do not read the synopsis on the back. But I love to go into books blind. I hate knowing, sometimes on the back it gives away too much and it gives away like the tropes. Like sometimes tropes can, like, what's the word, spoil things for you. Don't really like to read the synopsis that much, and I do just judge a book by its cover sometimes. So, but maybe I need to learn from my mistakes and I need to actually read the backs of books. But on to our final 3 books, we've got 3 fantasies here. We've got Nightweaver by R.M. Gray. I got sent this by Penguin recently, and it's a YA pirate fantasy romance. And it's on my TBR for April, but it's filled with elemental magic and breathtaking twists. This enemies to lovers romantasy is perfect for fans of Powerless and the Crimson Moth. In my TBR video I remember saying I didn't like Powerless or the Crimson Moth, so I'm not too sure if I'm going to enjoy this. But it's pirate romance, well, romantasy, and I haven't read many pirate romantasies, and I kind of want to branch out on my romantasy genres, because I feel like I'm just stuck on the same old like fae kind of vibes at the minute, so I'm trying to branch out on my fantasy. And then I picked this up from, I had to return 2 books to Waterstones, so obviously instead of getting the refund for the money I just exchanged them for 2 other books. But we picked up Dragon Light by Anne McCaffrey, and I was finding it so hard to pick 2 other books to exchange the book for. This next book that I'm going to show you I picked up straight away, but I was finding it really hard to I felt like I needed to get a second book. I could have just had the money back, but I was just like, no, I'm like, in my mind if I get another book it's kind of like a free book in my eyes. So I was like scouring the romance section, and I feel like I'd either read everything or it was like the second or third book in a series that I hadn't started, and I feel like they just didn't have a very good selection in the romance. So when I was in the fantasy I found the next book that I'm going to show you, and then I was like scouring every inch of that shelf and I was like, I need to find something, and then I found this, and it's the first book in a series, and I literally read the top and it said featuring dragons, adventure, romance and heroism, and I was like, I'm sold. Then last but not least, we have got Phantasma. Oh, I know, I haven't read Phantasma yet. Like, can I really call myself a romantasy reader if I haven't read Phantasma? No, I can't, but I am excited to read it until I discovered it's in the third person. And there's something wrong with my brain. I hate reading third person books. When I'm in them, I enjoy them, but actually trying to get into the groove of reading third person books is really hard for my brain. Like Crescent City books, they're in the third person and they are some of my top tier books. I absolutely love Crescent City, and when I read them I didn't even feel like I was reading in the third person, and I feel like that is down to the author and how they write, because there's some third person books I feel like is just written like he's going here, they're going here, they did this, and I find it really meh. But I feel like with the hype that this has had, it could be different, hopefully. But this is meant to give Caraval but like adult vibes, spicy adult vibes, which I'm here for because I love the Caraval trilogy by Stephanie Garber, devoured it. So I am intrigued to see what the world of Phantasma is going to bring me. But that was, what am I doing? That was everything that I bought. I hope you guys enjoyed. A very random book haul on my half. I feel like I didn't even realise that I collected this many books, honestly. This is just from the last 2 months. I honestly just don't know. I think it's the contemporary side of things. I've just been on a really big contemporary romance kick, and I've been trying to like build up some more contemporary romance because I've been making my way through quite a lot of romance books, so I feel like I need to have a big selection going on. But I will say a lot of these books are from Vinted, so they are secondhand books. I will highly like urge people to definitely buy secondhand books if they can. There's on Vinted so many good books, and like I sell my books on Vinted for really cheap. Like I never sell any books really for over £2 unless they're like some special edition. I feel like I'm like promoting Vinted right now, but I'm really not. But Vinted, hey ho. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these, and also give me some more contemporary romance recs. Like, I feel like you guys know my taste very well. You give me some amazing book recs. Obviously I love hockey romances, absolutely devour hockey romances. I feel like I need to branch out on my sports romance kind of situation. I haven't read many baseball romances, or like I've read a few F1 romances, but yeah, give me some book recs. I need some book recs, mainly contemporary romance or just like romance in general, you know. So please give me some recs, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. But before you go and click away, don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, all that jazz, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.